Yo, what's up? Yo, I'm trying to sing for y'all, but man, I am sick as fuck. I have no idea what's going on, but I got sick all of a sudden. And there is no time, man. The show must go on. 5.2 on its way out, and you got to get this info. So you guys are all hunky dory, you know what's up. So I got to give it to you, don't I? Now, yeah, fuck yes, Microsoft PowerPoint. You don't like it? Well, I don't give a flying ace logo. Pop, 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 ace, ace, logo. Anyway, so yeah, we're fucking, let's rock, dude. 5.2 is on its way out. Precious little time. We got to get through this. I put together a little presentation, conglomeration of all the changes, you know what I mean? Things like start to finish. 5.2 is going to be the biggest patch ever released by a large margin. So we got to get through it. There's going to be a lot to talk about. This is PowerPoint presentation. I wanted to put together like a background, a battleground thing, maybe music and stuff, but I'm just so sick. This is the best I could do, and it needs to happen now. So hope you don't mind too much. I think it's pretty well done either way. So we're gonna get right into it. There's absolutely no time to waste. Like I said, it might be a bit long, but everything is gonna be in the description. Okay, everything, just like last time I made one of these, all the links, timestamps, everything. So check it out. Let's go. Okay, starting basic, getting specific, ladies and gentlemen. Starting with the overview. If you have been living under a rock, or you're some fucking retard who unsubscribed from MOP for some reason, and you're thinking about coming back, I can personally assure you this is the one. This is definitely the one. 5.2 fixes a lot of structural things in 5.1 and 5.0, and they add just tons of new stuff. So, general overview, obviously a new raid. This is a new tier. If you're not familiar with how the tiers are going to work from now on, every other patch is going to be a new content tier. So 5.4 will be the next one and the last one. Okay, new season. PvP season ends Tuesday, March 5th, one day before my birthday. New daily hub, obviously Isle of Thunder. This is where the content is centered around. This is where the raid is. Legendary questline continues. Motherfucker, you guessed right. I got all kinds of footage for that coming up. That's going to be crazy. It's going to be a legendary meta gem. Once again, if you haven't been following them, yeah, you're behind. But there's going to be tons of class changes. We're not going to be talking about class changes, okay? That would make the video forever long. It's just not possible, okay? And then, to be honest with you, nearly all the class changes are buffs. It's pretty wild. I don't know why or how. I guess it's because of stat scaling. And then finally, Warlock Green Fire. That is the coup de grace, however them French people say it. For a lot of the locks, they've been talking about this shit since like 2001, and it's finally fucking in. So let's get right into it. PvE, we're gonna start with PvE. Of course, we're starting with PvE. That's my shit. PvP, fuck yeah, no. PvE, let's rock. Okay, so Throne of Thunder, 12 new bosses, but caveat: one heroic only boss. Rod Den, very similar to Algalon. Algalon, that's the one. Sinestra-esque, but it's going to be a time thing. You're only going to be able to do so many attempts. I'm not sure exactly if it's maybe 10 attempts or an hour or something like that, but that's heroic only. That's for the best of the best, ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot of people are going to see that boss killed. That's for damn sure. Okay, so you got that right off the bat. That's baseline. Obviously, new tier. 12 bosses, one raid. I'm loving it. New world bosses. Okay, let's have a look at the world bosses. Let's go. We got Undasta. He's a fucking dinosaur, dude. Look at this shit. He's got troll shit on him. He's ready to rape. This is going to be the hard one. If you remember Galleon, that was kind of like the hard one, the one that never spawned. This is Undasta. This guy drops PvE gear exclusively, 522 eye level. And he is this decked out, man. He's ready for destruction. He's ready to crush some motherfuckers, man. It's going to be 40 man, obviously. You want to bring as many people as possible. It's going to be a real challenge, they say. Nobody on the PTR has killed him yet. I don't know why, but nobody has. Okay? So that's Undasta. Next one, guess the fuck what? Look at that fucking shit in the background. How unprofessional is that shit? Anyway, we got Nalak the Stormlord. Okay, that dude, he's another world boss, obviously. Blue flying dragon shit. He's going to drop PvP gear as well. All right, so here's for you, the PvP guys checking out the world bosses. He's also going to drop a mount. Very, very, the exact same figure as him, a Thundering Cobalt Serpent, right? So the Thundering one with the lightning and shit. He is going to only be accessible after the island has been progressed through. Okay, if you're not familiar with that, I've made a video on that. That'll be in the description. The island needs progression based on which side you're, obviously, and once you get to the end of it, once you've completely taken over the island and are ready to fucking storm the Thunder King's place and beat down his door, fucking, what's his name? Nalak. He's going to be right there, ready for the kill. It's going to have something to do with the legendary questline as well. Okay, so this is PvE, Nalak, Undasta, 522 eye level. Nalak's also got the PvP gear. Okay, next up, talking about looking for raid. Okay, obviously, a lot is going to be changing. This is the first time they've transitioned tier-wise from looking for raid. First time they ever had looking for raid, and then another looking for raid. They are keeping all the looking for raids currently in the game. They're not taking anything out, but they're going to stagger it. So it's not going to be out week one. One of them blue dudes with the text, they said, yo, we're going to tell you guys very, very close to the patch date. So, a day before the patch, maybe even the morning of, they're going to tell you how the looking for raid stagger is going to work. So I don't have that information yet. Okay, what the fuck are you looking at me for? I don't have that information. I am not class. Anyway, 502 eye level from looking for raid. So are you kidding me? 502? Are you kidding me? That's heroic eye level from the current tier. So you'll be able to get loot mad quick. It's going to be crazy. 522 normal eye level from the raid. 12 boss is going to drop 522. Some of the best trinkets you've ever seen in your entire life. And then heroic's going to be 535. Best of the best only. Okay, moving on. Obviously got the stagger looking for raid. Next up is the Thunder Forged concept video. On that in the description. If you haven't heard about it, you'll have to catch up. But just as a primer, essentially it means, say one of the gear drops, you got a weapon that drops normally 522 eye level. This is a Thunder Forged weapon that drops. It's a little bit higher, like 530-ish or something like that. I can't remember the specifics. It's in the video. Just go fucking watch it, all right? Anyway, random eye level increase on some drops. It's going to be better. And this is going to increase the chances for the drop are going to be 25-man higher. You understand that? 25-man is going to drop better. So they're trying to push people into 25-man. Not a lot of guilds grading 25-man. That's all in the video. Go watch that. You can comment about that shit later. That's it for PvP. Trying to fly through this shit. PvP is what's next. Not PvP. I said, yeah, I fucked it up. Anyway, PvP is what's next, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check it out. We got Season 13 coming up. Season 12's done. It's done. If you didn't, you're fucked. If you didn't get what you want out of Season 12, you're fucked. How about that, huh? That's wild. Season 13 starts Tyrannical Gladiator. How good is that going to look? Metro LOL Tyrannical Gladiator. Good joke. That's not going to happen. 4 tiers of gear in this one. This is a brand new concept, okay? So how's it going to work? The blue gear that you could currently get, honor gear, is going to be dreadful gear, right? Dreadful whatever fucking gladiator shit. That's going to now be craftable. Okay, this is 5.2 stuff, right? Craftable with ghost iron. So if you're really behind, you can go and get a fucking full set of ghost irons just made. Yeah, full PvP gear. Day one, okay? Don't forget there's going to be that 1 week gap. It depends on when you're watching this, obviously. Malevolent gear, current epics, right? Current stuff that's going to be from Conquest now is going to be honor points next season. But it's going to get scaled down a bit, and it's going to be blue instead of epic. So people can't buy it and disenchant it. Okay, and then Tyrannical gear. Follow me here. This is Conquest point stuff. This is the baseline, like, legit PvP epic stuff that everybody's going to... Your warriors going to be swinging their axes and shit. They're going to be like, Tyrannical Gladiator. There's all that shit. It's going to be crazy. And then Elite Tyrannical gear. It's going to be 27,000. Is that a typo? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I copied it right off Wowhead. That's crazy. That's a lot of fucking Conquest. But anyway, best of the best, ladies and gentlemen. PvP. Die with the rest, So let's keep rocking it. We got team rating inflation is the next thing we're talking about. Okay, team rating inflation. Now, what does that mean, Metro? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, viewer. You listen up. Discouraging people from playing the first 2-3 weeks, then never playing again. Yeah, I'm looking at you, guy who I would say, but I'd probably get a strike against the account for copyright and infringement. Anyway, a lot of people do this. I'm pretty sure everyone's aware of that. A lot of people do this on their mains and then go PvP on their alts for fun, stuff like that. But this is going to discourage it. It's not going to stop people from doing it, but it's going to make serious PvPers have a better chance of getting Gladiator at the end of the season instead of at the beginning of the season, right? Because if you play at the beginning of the season, you're likely going to play under-geared people where gear makes less of a difference, you're able to win. You play at the end of the season, likely everybody's got full best in slot. So that's a good thing, I think. I don't know. Don't do PvP, but it sounds good, doesn't it? It's got a catchy ring. Team rating inflation doesn't sound that catchy, right? I like that. Okay, move on. Mid-season catch-up? Catch-up like Heinz? No. Like fucking catch-up, like you're behind kind of shit. I don't know enough about that, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure there's information all over the place for that. That's coming soon, though. That's not 5.2. That's 5.3. Call them lazy, but there is so much other stuff going on with, especially PvP in this tier. It's like, well, yeah, just take your time, Liz. No worries. Make sure it works. Okay, and then coming up next, we got RBG Changes. Now, if you haven't been following the list, okay, RBG Changes essentially equate to the Conquest. How they keep pushing towards RBGs, right? That Ghost Crawler dude, he wants people doing fucking PvP with 10 other people. He wants it, dude. He said, yo, Metro, dude, you gotta get the word out there. I'm like, Craigie Street, buddy. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. He's like, listen. We can change RBGs, dude. Fucking tigers, dude. It's gonna be crazy. You're gonna have more chance to get Conquest. Because when you lose a game, you don't necessarily get 0 Conquest. I'm not sure exactly semantically how it's going to work. That may be discussed somewhere on the internet, but I don't know. Don't have the exact numbers, but you can look that up yourself. All I do know is if it's a close match, you can get up to almost the same amount as you would have if you won. That's really, really cool. That encourages the shit out of people to play RBGs. And I'm telling you right now, I do 0 PvP. Seriously, when I see a rogue stealth, when I hear that noise, I disconnect. I unplug the computer. No joke. I do this all the time. I just crash the game. Sometimes I deleted a character once because I don't want to do PvP. But I will do rated battlegrounds with this new system. Keep it moving. World changes. Changes. Isle of Thunder. Okay, obviously the first big thing. New dailies, new storyline. There is a lot going on here. We got scenarios, solo scenarios, 5 stages of the island transforming. This is so crazy. Pigs will die. I guarantee you it will have. I don't know how. There's no pigs on the island, but it's... Anyway, there's going to be non-related rewards only, okay? I've made video on both the new reps. That is in the description for sure. If it's not, then you could fire me. But there's going to be a mount. Okay, there's going to be some gear, but it's shit. If you need the gear from there, yeah, you might be gamer fan, dude. No joke. But anyway... keep it bumping up. We got Isle of Giants coming up next. Now, if you haven't seen some of the info, there's going to be 3-4 links in the description probably on this kind of stuff. This is nuts. This is old school, classic style. There's fucking dinos. First of all, you can't even fly on either of these islands. Right? So there's all the people. So, we're flying. We are chickens. We don't fly. The people say that shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, so there's going to be dinos. And you cannot fly. So that means you're going to get fucking murked by dinos. They're going to try horn stab and shit. You can get them. Hunter can come pet. That's in the description. Old school mount grind. Okay, this is legit. This is hardcore, man. This is grinding with 5, maybe up to 10, 20, 30 other people to grind these fucking dinos. They drop bones for 1 person. And you need, I think it's like 10,000 bones to get them out. That's all in the description. I need you guys to check that video out. It's legit. Mione did it. Doc did one. A bunch of other people. It's crazy. Moving on, we got the Sunsong Ranch. If you don't know what that is, Farmer Fung disapproves with you, my friend. I'm sorry to say that, but now you could buy the farm as long as you completed and are exalted with the previous 5.0 installation. Okay? It's going to act like an inn. You're going to be able to Hearthstone to it. A lot of people are going to like that because I kind of hang out there more than I hang out in the city. And then you'll get rested and all that shit when you're questing. It's great. It's great to have that kind of thing. And there's going to be work orders for extra rep. There's a video on that in the description somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be, but it will be in there. Obviously going to be a lot of new ways to deal with this farm. And we're on to structural changes. Okay, game's changing a lot, at least structurally, not necessarily mechanically, but we're talking about Valor. First things first. Most importantly, Valor first, okay? Valor is not going to be down converted. No, it's not going to be down converted. This first time ever, Valor was not... Don't quote me on that. Pretty sure not ever been converted down before. New raid only rep. Okay, you're gonna be able to buy stuff Valor. I made a video on that. That is in the description. 522 next, day 1 neutral raid only rep. You don't have to do dailies. You don't have to fucking PvP. You don't have to take a shower. You could do it. You don't even have to go to school. How about that? I said it first. Don't even have to go to school. What do you mean? What? Oh, you do have to go to school. I'm sorry. Anyway. 522 eye level next. Rings, fucking cloaks, fucking trinkets, fucking Jaeger bombs. It's going to be nuts, dude. It's going to be crazy. Many new ways to get the old rep as well. Once again, video in the description. Valor overhaul for sure. Old Valor costs are going to be slashed. They're not, this is also the first time they're not reducing Valor cost to justice, but instead they're just slashing the price. So you're going to have to make a decision, but obviously if you're not doing raiding, this is great for alts, because if you're not doing raiding, you have something to do with your Valor, and that's what they want. Okay, let's move on. Many profession changes. Okay, we're talking about fishing. Video on that in the description. Fishing event, massive worldwide thing. Every day there's just this giant fucking like fish monsters coming like Godzilla, and there's gonna be Asians. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be insanity. There's gonna be fish everywhere. And then blacksmithing major overhaul. I mean, you're getting a complete overhaul. There's a video of Silers in the description probably. I don't know if I want to bump, but Yeah, just complete change. I mean, they're completely overhauling it. You can get now everything to level blacksmithing is now ghost iron. Up until the end, you probably need some other stuff, but all ghost iron. It's going to cost a lot. It's going to be a lot of ghost iron, but everything is ghost iron. So that's pretty cool. And then, there's some alchemy stuff, engineering stuff, jewel crafting stuff. That's not really that major, so I didn't want to belabor on it. Next up, we got New World Boss Rare Mob System. Okay, video in the description. Groups are no longer required, ladies and gentlemen. How great is that? So you don't have to fucking sit there and trade looking for more Shah. Any Shah? How about Shah? Anyone for Shah? I heal. I heal. You tank. I tank. Stuff like that. Nah, not happening. You go there. If there's people there, you just fight the fucking boss. Even if it means there's only 2 or 5 people when you get there, you're a tank, you pull, you got a healer with you, that's fine. People will join in and they will kill it. All they have to do is participate and they will get loot. Same with the new rare mob system, okay? And old rare, Shah, obviously, up anyway. You don't need a group for him. Galleon going to be 100% spawn time, just like Shah. He's going to be up all the time. That's 496 gear for free every fucking week, and maybe mounts. So you go check that out. That's good. Higher spawn rate for him. Then we're talking about looking for raid, okay? Specifically, the loot and the rewards. More rewarding. They're trying to do it. They're trying to make it more rewarding. 5.0, looking for raid's going to drop 50% more loot. How nuts is that? That's nearly double. That is nearly double. That's insanity. And then the fail bags, the bags with the gold that the fucking druid in your group's like, what the fuck? 6 bags of gold? Stupid. I liked it better when they stole the loot and passed it out to their friends. So much better. No, they fucking don't, man. That was so stupid. But anyway, fail bags, they are going to have a chance to drop some flasks, mounts, all kinds of crazy shit, dude. It's wild. You'll be able to get mounts, just like the tank bag. The bag when you queue? Every once it's a tank when you queue for a 5-man. Sometimes healer, never DPS, I don't think, but sometimes, you know what I mean? You get all the kind of stuff that's in that in this. You get flasks and all that. Okay, then we're talking about Raid Finder buffs. Mechanically, Raid Finder is now different. Because, much to my chagrin, they are now overall considerably get more challenging. How about that? So the noobs won. They won. They want their fucking content, their noob content, to be more challenging. Whatever. Okay, I don't care. I've made a whole list of fucking looking for raid videos. They're all on Ace, but it's going to be a lot more challenging. So that means alts are probably going to get penalized. Hopefully, by the end of, the mid-tier, everybody will know the mechanics, but it's going to start out very hard. And if you've seen some of those videos, you'll notice that there's now a stacking buff. Okay, it's going to be percent-based, health, healing, damage, everything. Okay, everything. Even dick size. I think maybe dick size. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. But yeah, anyway, stacking buff's going to go up to 10, 1 through 10 stacks, and every time you wipe, it's 1 minute in combat, and if you wipe after 1 minute in combat, you get a buff. And it's going to make it easier, but if you watch those videos, we had 10 stacks on nearly every attempt I've ever done in looking for raid, and I only killed 1 boss. That might be too hard, guys. I don't know, but we'll see. Give him a chance, right? And then finally, the Warlock Green Fire. Now, there's a video in the description. You can go check it out. Go see what it looks like. Meoni's going to cover that shit in detail. You could bet that motherfucker. I can guarantee it. And if he doesn't, I'm going to fucking kick his ass. But anyway, Green Fire looks cool. That's fucking everything, man. I'm burnt. I am burnt. I'm so sick. It's ridiculous. Had to get through this one, though. So hopefully you liked it. Tell your friends, man. 5.2, best patch ever, guaranteed. I promise you. I would not lie to you. If you don't like 5.2, you're playing the game for the wrong reasons, because everything that is coming in is going to be amazing. Now, I probably missed something. Okay, as I said, I got a bit of a fever, a bit delusional, as you can tell, probably. If I missed something, feel free to comment. Maybe I'll make an annotation, something like that in the description, and you could be the one. You could say, hey, I made an impact. And if not, then you can just eat a fucking dick.